about Jordan's outing?
It was really good. Gave up the homer to Crawford on a 3-0 pitch, but other than that, he was in the strike zone. Got through 7. Pitched really well, and again, he was just competitive out there.
Not just this start, but the last 3 or 4 for him have been more consistent. What have you just thought overall?
I just think he's got a feel for his breaking pitches that he didn't have necessarily early in the season. And it probably helps that it's gotten warmer and more humid and can grip the ball a little bit better. But he's just found both his slider and his curveball. Threw a couple of good changeups tonight as well. But he's locating and throwing his breaking balls for strikes when he needs to.
This was a good game for Wilson.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's getting his swing back?
Yeah, I think he's fine. That's vintage Wilson tonight. Man on third, line drive back through the middle. It's just that he's got the ability to do that. And that's why he hits in the middle of the order, because he's an RBI guy. He's a run producer. So, again, he stayed on a slider, first pitch slider, and delivered.
What have you noticed from him this year that you think has helped him? I mean, knock on wood, to stay healthy so far, and how much has that helped you guys to have him constantly like that?
It helps. We're gonna, we'll do that again. It helps to have him available for us and behind the plate. I think he's worked well with our starting pitchers, and he provides offense. Tonight was a homer, but for me, the most impressive one was the RBI single. So that will allow him to be productive for us, to be that 4, 5, 6 guy for us that has opportunity. So legs are good, and he's been working and catching a lot, but he feels good.
How much has Taylor impressed you at left defense?
That was a heck of a catch. Excuse me, Kevin.
Can I hand that off?
Sorry. Hey, Kevin. You there? You must have hung up. Sorry.
Good stuff.
Sorry, Mike. It was a heck of a catch. It's difficult when the ball's right at the outfielder to judge when to dive, how to dive, because it's not, there's no angle. But he's gone up against the wall. He's come in and dove. He's got a great arm. He can throw guys out at the plate. So he's been provided opportunity to play out there and really taken to it and worked hard to become good at left field too. So he works hard. He's swinging good and playing well for us.
9 straight win at home and 11 games above 500 at home this year. Do you think there's anything to that? Why do you think your numbers are better at home this year than away?
Well, it's always easier to play at home than it is on the road. You're in your own bed. Your family's with you. It's comfortable. We understand the surroundings and the surface and the ballpark and the weather and all of those things. So, but we still have to play well. Our pitchers have done well, especially at home, and that's where it starts. Starters go out there and give up 1 run, we've got a really good chance of winning the ball game.
Everything kind of went according to plan. I guess you have the starter go 7, you got a lead, then you get to the 8th. Are you feeling more comfortable, I guess, or do you feel like you have a better grasp for how to use those guys in the 8th and 9th? And do you feel like guys are kind of settling into their roles there in the 8th?
It depends on matchups. It depends on who's coming to the plate. Again, we bring Thorny in because Pagan's 330 from the left side and 230 from the right side. And then he's got lefties behind him. So it depends on the matchups that are provided during the course of the game. Casey's got the ability to pitch the 8th. So does David. So does Thornton. So we have options to get the ball to Drew in the 9th. And it worked out tonight. They hit a couple of balls hard off of Thorny, but guys were in good position and made the plays for him.
I know you had this stretch recently where you guys have allowed very few walks. But just overall this season, you guys are by far giving up the fewest walks in baseball. I mean, just what have you thought of how well they've done just throwing strikes?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. One, fastball command is important for that, and getting ahead in counts. 2, feel for breaking ball and being able to throw a breaking ball behind in the count for a strike to get back in the count. Our guys are aggressive. They throw the ball over the plate. and they've all been pitching really well for us. So they trust our defense that we're going to make the plays behind them, and they're not afraid to pitch to contact, which is important. Walks will eventually come back to haunt you. So they understand that, and they pitch accordingly.
Were you surprised at how that went down in the fifth with Bochy?
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what happened out there. All I know is that Denard was up there with 2 strikes against the lefty.
Bryce Harper gets selected to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Matt. He has another vintage night. He stretches a single into a double. Just how great is he?
He is. He's just. He's got the ability against the lefties, especially to hit the ball the other way to the opposite gap. He's staying on top of that baseball and driving the ball to the gap. He's just plugging away, man. He's calm, and it's short to the ball, and he's playing great defense, and we're all very happy for him.
Obviously, a different year, new teams, but just to beat a proven winner on a home series on a holiday weekend like that, that had to be fun for you guys and kind of be exactly what you wanted to get out of this weekend?
Well, yeah, we want to play well. Sometimes you play well and it doesn't happen for you. So consistently, if we play up to our capabilities, then we have a chance. And we can have games like tonight or the first night where it's a close one and Drew comes in and saves it for us. But we have to put ourselves in position to do that. And if we play well, catch the ball, run the bases effectively, we did that tonight, a couple of stolen bases, and get in position, then we have those opportunities.
Thanks, Matt.